Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Look, if you have been in the online business world or just dealing with email and internet for any length of time, you know that there is a lot of shady characters out there who'd be more than happy to take advantage of you and take your money while they're at it. And they're going to play upon your fears and your lack of some knowledge in a specific area to do so. And one of the most popular things they like to try to do is to scare you into SEO services. So I'm going to share with you how to avoid being taken advantage of and protecting your money. But first, if we haven't met yet, my name is Meg. I'm the founder of Floating Lotus Design, and I'm a Squarespace web designer and SEO specialist. And today's video is not Squarespace specific. I will be showing you a couple of quick Squarespace tips related to this, but the information I'm sharing with you apply no matter what website platform you use for your website. So let's get to it. If you've had a website for even, 5 minutes, you may have realized by now that as soon as you launch your website, all of a sudden you're going to start to get a lot of email from a lot of different people and places wanting to sell you their services to help you out. And it can be for any marketing, SEO, or who knows what. But just know, A, that that's perfectly normal. It happens. As soon as a new domain website gets launched into the interwebs, those little bots and trolls and everything will come out and be scraping the internet looking for new fresh blood to come after. And they're going to bombard you with offers for sales or all kinds of things. And a lot of times what they try to do is play on your fears or knowing what you don't know. And unfortunately, a lot of people fall for some of this stuff and will lose money and will have a lot of stress and frustration along the way. So if you've already launched a website, you probably have realized that not long after you do, you start getting a lot of emails. Some of this will end up in spam, where it rightly deserves to be and should stay, and some of it might make its way into your inbox. But a lot of these folks will be trying to sell you all kinds of services and help, trying to sell you on their services and how they can help you, and potentially trying to get your money. Now, it's totally normal to be getting all these emails, so don't be surprised when you see them. But don't also assume that this influx of emails and these scary subject lines are actually anything rooted in truth. Like I said before, if they've wound up in your spam folder, they likely belong there and you should just delete them. But what I want to share with you today is one specific pet peeve of mine, and I get them all the time myself, is the folks that try and prey on your lack of SEO knowledge and try to sell you SEO services. And a lot of times they do this by using really, technical language or scary verbiage to let you think that yours website's got so many problems and only they can fix it for you. And I want to help you to avoid these folks like the plague. Now, you would think that because I'm a web designer and an SEO specialist and that is, written in great big letters all over my website, that I wouldn't be getting a lot of solicitation for web design and or SEO services. But I do, because these folks are bots and trolls and farms. These aren't most of the time probably real people who are actually looking at your site and doing actual analysis and coming at you with some well thought out pitch for their services. So I'm going to show you 2 examples today of what you might commonly see, where it shows up, and how to avoid it. So I'm going to go over and show you my inbox and show you what I've gotten recently, like literally just in the last week. All right, so here we are in my inbox, and what I've highlighted here are 3 emails that I received just in the last week, and all of these are going to be about SEO. Now, first thing I'll point out, you'll see these coming from Squarespace. Now, basically what that means is these were all through form submissions. So these all came through my contact page in a form that I have on my contact page. Now, in my form, I'm very explicit, no solicitations, you will be deleted, etc., etc. So that A gives you a clue into a lot of these are bot farms or automated things that just will fill them out and click them go. Or, hey, they're just going to take their chances anyway. So the fact that I do have that on there and I have the Google reCAPTCHA, it cuts down the amount of volume I get sometimes, but this stuff still gets through. Now, what I want to call out to you is the 3 subject lines. Here's a little bit to your base. Lots of problems on your website. Oh, well, if I didn't know what was going on, I was a new website owner. Oh my gosh, there's problems on my website. Oh, I better check it out. Here's this other one. Fix your website problems fast. Okay, there's problems, but I need to fix them fast. Even like this one, budget-friendly SEO and web design services. This one kills me because literally my services that I provide are web design and SEO services, and yet they're emailing me about this kind of stuff. All right, I'm going to go into one of these. And I'm only going to go into one of these. And why am I only going to go into one of these? Because literally every single one of these that has come through, the actual text of the email has been the same, verbatim. The only thing that's different is the email address it came from and the supposed name of the person sending it to me. But everything else, literally the same. So let's take a look at good old Mr. Fear, lots of problems on your website. Okay, I'll read this thoroughly through for you. But see, the subject is lots of problems on your website. And the message is, oh, hey there, hope you and your business are doing well. We've all been through so much this year, and I'm really sorry to bother you. I know you're super busy, but I've been checking your website, and it seems you're not ranking well for your AdWords and keyword phrases. I actually help businesses like yours to get better ranking in Google by using 10 proven techniques below. And I'd love the opportunity to work with you and your business to bring you to the top of the Google's list. Please. So here he goes. Please let me tell you some of the techniques I can use below to help you get better ranking in Google search. Now, this is the thing. They're going to throw out all this information. And if you don't know anything about SEO or some of the technical things about having a website, a lot of this is going to sound super techy and very intimidating. And they're going to tell you things that you might be missing on your website that you don't know. So let's quickly run through a few things. Title tag optimizations are missing. Oh no. Meta tag optimization descriptions are absent. Your heading tags optimization. Hey, I can get those for you too. Your target keywords are not placed correctly into tags. You might at this point going, what is a tag? What does this mean? Oh, all this is wrong on my website. Is this why I'm not getting found? All image tags are not present. Your Google publisher is missing. What does that even mean, people? And this one I love. A custom 404 page is missing, and I can create this for you. Hop hit. And if you're in Squarespace, and probably most other designs, there's always a default 404 page. That's the error page that you get if there's a broken link and somebody goes to your page and it can't be found. It says error page cannot be found. There's usually always a default. And with a custom one, you just make it fancy. I have a whole other video about how to make one of those up here. You can check it out. But I've had one on my website since the day I published it. It ain't missing. Products aren't following structured markup data. I don't have any products on my website. I don't have an e-commerce shop. Your web speed development, your content creation SEO work. Hey, I can create this stuff too. And as a native English speaker, I can create fantastic articles that people will want to read and share and bring in business. And this is where they kind of get you with the, I'm sorry if this sounds a little technical, but rest assured these techniques will certainly improve your ranking in search. And if you're interested, I'll send you our prices and packages. And if you're interested, then we will send you an optimization report of your website. So have you looked at it or haven't you looked at it already, folks? And all looking forward to working with you, yada, yada, yada. This stuff annoys me so much because it's fear-based. It preys on people's fears about their website not being found and not being able to get clients in, or that there's something really wrong with your website. And they throw in all this jargon that, you may have some familiarity with, but most folks don't. You're an expert in your business, not necessarily SEO. So they prey upon people's fears that this is somehow going to hurt their website and their business. And, oh, well, thank you, I need help. And because this didn't come through my spam folder, it's an actual form submission. Surely it's an actual person reaching out to. No, it's not. Now, here's the kicker. If you see these coming through, and I do find it funny as heck that I literally got one of these each day, 3 days in a row, exactly the same. The entire body of this email for all 3 of those that I showed you in the beginning, verbatim, not a single word different. So just don't fall for this. Now, if you see one of these come through, whether it's an inbox or a form on your website, or even if it comes through your phone, just delete it. Don't click on any links in emails that you get, especially if they've come into your spam folder. And one caveat to that, I would say, is because this email here came through a contact form on my Squarespace website, it is coming from Squarespace. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom here, you can have a does the submission look like spam, report it here. So that's what you want to do. If you click on that, it'll say report spam, and you can report it, and they will have received it. So if this is coming through a Squarespace form, make sure you do that. And then delete it forever. Don't respond. Now I'm going to show you another example of one that came through spam. Not the same email, but it's kind of got the same kind of thing about it. So let's go take a look at that. This is one that came through my spam folder just this morning. And this one says boost your, and insert your company name here, insert your domain name here, ranking with proven SEO strat. Okay. This is clearly spam. It's gone through those Google spam filters, so it is where it belongs, in spam, and will be deleted forthwith. But just want to point out a few things when you see these, or if some of these will occasionally make it through to your inbox, things to look out for. So first, from my perspective, anytime you kind of have these parentheses where it just is auto-filling your domain name or your company name, it's immediately just an autobot. Don't even think about it, because they're sending these to a bunch of people en masse, and they haven't actually looked at your website. They don't actually know who you are. There is no thought behind this. It's just mass emailing. So we'll go into this and see what it says. So here we go. Hi, blank, fill this in here, blah, blah, blah. And here's my name, and I've invested considerable time and expertise in analyzing your website. You haven't analyzed my website at all. You haven't even looked at it. You've just scraped it, gotten a name, and thrown it out there. And I love this. If you have already worked with an agency or SEO expert, I am an SEO expert. Thank you very much. And then they've said again, after a deep analysis of your website, they haven't looked at my website. Haven't looked at it. And here comes the fear. I've discovered several SEO elements that are either missing or improperly implemented, and your link building strategy appears to be low quality. But here's how I can help you for $99 a month. And they'll go on to list all of these different things, which again, if you're familiar with it, you know what these are. But if you're not, oh my God, what's all this stuff? On page, off page, what are we talking about here? Link building, I don't even know what that means. And then they go on with more stuff, more submissions, more things, blah, 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 blah. This is another one I think is interesting. An SEO plugin setup use tools like Yoast and Supercache to enhance SEO. If they'd done a deep analysis of the website, they would know I'm on a Squarespace site, and the only plugin for a Squarespace is with SEOSpace. So again, this is generic. It's a mass email. Nobody's looked at your site. Nobody's done an analysis. They just want you to sign up for $99 a month and hook you in and then keep you somehow. And you may or may not get any decent SEO services whatsoever. So they just come on, blah, 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 fixed monthly fee. Oh, you can reach out to me via Skype or WhatsApp. Yada, yada. Here's the other thing that drives me crazy. And it isn't just with these emails. It's with a lot of emails these days. Dealing with people cold pitch, you get these spam ones, and they go, if you're not satisfied or blah, 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 you don't want to receive these emails? Well, you could reply with remove. Don't do that. You hit reply, then they know they've got a good email address, and they're going to keep emailing you. Or you can just unsubscribe here. Do not click a link in spam email. Just don't. Just delete them and make them go away. It's very tempting to say, unsubscribe, I don't ever want to hear from you again. Just delete. It's wound up in your spam folder. It's right where it belongs. Delete it forever. It will continue to be flagged from all the Gmail filters as spam, as it should. Assume they're dangerous. Assume they're not safe, okay? And we see this all the time. It ticks me off no end, and I also hate the fact that it's an unsubscribe. I never subscribed in the first place, so keep that in mind. You might be tempted to be like, oh, remove me, unsubscribing, just get me off your list. Just delete them. Ignore them. They don't exist, all right? They're likely sending out hundreds, if not thousands, of these very same emails to unsuspecting people all over the internet in hopes that, it's a volume game. They get enough people to click the button and enough people to sign up for $99 a month, and they'll make money off of you and maybe never deliver you anything of quality whatsoever. So that's my spiel. If it's wound up in your spam folder, it belongs there, delete it. So that's an example of things that I've seen come through my email box in just the last week. And I'm an actual SEO specialist. I actually provide these services. So if I'm going to get them, you're probably going to get them too. So buyer beware. Well, I hope you found this information helpful. At the end of the day, as you know, there's literally not much we can do to completely eliminate this stuff from landing in our inbox. Hopefully most of it will go to spam where it deserves to stay. And those that don't, hopefully we just have a little bit more of an educated eye to be able to vet them appropriately. The bottom line, my perspective is, and I don't say this just because I am an SEO specialist or a designer who actually offers these services, but as a fellow business owner who is as annoyed by these things as anyone, is that if you think that you need help with SEO or other things related to your business, you're much better off seeking out the professional help. Now, I don't want to disparage those folks that actually, do cold pitching through emails to get business. I mean, it does work for some folks. There are some legitimate folks out there doing it. But most of the time, sadly, they're going to be overshadowed by the bots lost in a sea of all of these ones that are just not real or not legitimate. And that's unfortunate because there are some ethical service providers out there with integrity that may be searching for, clients. That said, it's my recommendation that if you think that you need services for your website, you're better off doing a search and trying to find reputable providers, yourself, or who specialize in your platform or your industry that you can vet, get references from, talk to before anybody makes you any kind of a pitch. You just want to do your homework and your research and find reputable providers. Look in your industry, look for recommendations from peers in your industry. Do some decent searches on the internet to find those that are rated, who can provide references for you, anything like that. It is a little bit of legwork, but there are so many reputable providers out there with good track records who aren't going to fleece you for a ton of money and then leave you high and dry or not even give you any results whatsoever. So ignore the stuff that's coming through your inbox. Don't fall victim to the fear tactics that they play. If you're worried about SEO, there's a lot of great resources out there, some of them free that you can get education on. I have some here on my YouTube channel. My friends at SEOSpace have an incredible amount of resources out there. And before you spend a dime on your SEO, make sure you've done the legwork on your part to search out providers that are going to be the right fit for you and provide you with services that you feel good about and who will not be just trying to take your money. Now, of course, I am an SEO specialist and I do offer some SEO services separate from my web design services. And I received my certification with SEOSpace, leaders in Squarespace SEO, and I'll also have an amazing plugin. You can find links to that down below in the description. So if you're a Squarespace user, certainly someone you can work with, but also on SEOSpace website, they have a directory of their certified SEO experts, so you can feel free to look at that or engage with SEOSpace directly. They are the leaders in the field, and if you're a Squarespace user, you just can't do any better than SEOSpace and anybody who's been through their programs and trust that these are reputable people that you can work with. So I wish you well in your online business ventures. If you have any questions about anything I've covered today, or if you have a story to tell about some crazy emails that you've seen come through, drop them down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.